Hello everyone. Now that the order has been created, dispatched, delivered, and payment has been collected, it's time to finalize the end-of-day operations for the customer representative after he returned to the distribution center. To start the end-of-day operations, we begin with the settlement clerk. The settlement clerk starts by reviewing and managing all the expenses incurred by the customer representative throughout the day. Next, the settlement clerk manages and audits transactions to ensure all customer transactions are accurately recorded and to identify any discrepancies. After that, the settlement clerk generates proof lists, which include reports like the amount report, transaction report, and quantity report. These reports help highlight trends and detect any anomalies in the day's transactions. Finally, the settlement clerk closes the settlement, concluding the end-of-day process. This step ensures that all transactions are correctly recorded, effectively completing the day's operations. As the settlement clerk, this is my landing page. Here I can see that the customer representative, Brian Wilson, is listed with his settlement ID, which is pending review. Let's take a closer look at the financial details of this settlement. Here you can see the credit collection, which amounts to $200. We can also check the net load value and the details of the free products delivered. Essentially, this section covers everything related to today's transactions, including the credit collection. The next step is to review the final settlement details. This involves checking the proof lists related to the settlement. The system automatically identifies any discrepancies. However, we notice that the customer representative hasn't yet handed over the payments to Hannah, our cashier. So the CR will go to Hannah to hand over the denominations. The cashier is responsible for collecting payments from the customer representative when they return to the distribution center. He records the cash payments, verifies that the payment amounts and denominations match, and checks the settlement reports to ensure all transactions are accurate, completing the end-of-day settlement process. As a cashier, I review the customer representative's settlement and see that Brian only collected cash payments today. Therefore, I will only receive cash from him. I confirm this transaction by clicking the Commit button, which notifies the settlement clerk that I have successfully received the payment from Brian. Then the CR will head back to the settlement clerk, and at the settlement clerk screen will need to regenerate the proof list for this settlement. As the settlement clerk, I can now confirm that there are no remaining errors for this settlement. I then review the proof list reports, including the quantity report, amount report, and transaction report. After reviewing these, I proceed to close the CR settlement, marking the end of the customer representative's day. To summarize, we began with the settlement clerk auditing the financial transactions. Then we moved on to the cashier, who collected the payment from the customer representative. Finally, the settlement clerk closed the day by closing the settlement. This concludes our demonstration of the end-to-end pre-sales operations using SDX, covering every stage of the CPG process from planning and order management to the final end-of-day closing. Thank you for watching our SDX pre-sales demo.